Hi, y'all. Welcome to the Anfield Dream podcast. And it's been a few days. I was hoping to do one, after the Legends game, but I was literally, I've been pretty much bedridden for several couple of weeks now in a lot of discomfort. So I wasn't feeling well enough to do that. But I'm glad that the international break's done and it's go time, and was very pleased with the output I saw with the boys. And I'm going to break the game down and give you my thoughts on that. Just moving. I'm going to work backwards, go from the forward line to the back as opposed to going from the keeper up, just to change it up and have my thoughts on there. For those of you celebrating Easter, we understand the tremendous victory that celebration represents. So happy Easter. And talking about victories, the boys got it done, but it wasn't easy. And I'm going to try and break down, why it wasn't easy. It's because De Zerbi and Brighton, they play a unique brand of football. Let's put it that way. All right. So initially, we typically start with a typical, 4-3-3. And obviously, the youngsters, Ben Kwanzaa and Bradley, they were picking on them, and they were getting a lot of joy down this side for whatever reason. So some adjustments needed to be made. And so Klopp made a very, very, very clever adjustment. I don't know if you guys caught on to it, but he actually went to a box and set the net, right? Because in De Zerbi's model, he is heavy down in the middle, because his whole point is he wants to break through the press as quickly as possible with very short, high percentage passing. And so what did Klopp do to counteract that? Excuse me, guys. Very simple. He got Joey to invert and went to a box. So this overloaded. This allowed it. Sobo and Maka, kept switching. And when an attack, obviously, they would go wide. On defense, come back to a box, then overload, and this allowed some freedom here for Connor to do all that bombing. Now, this, in theory, should have worked even better. The issue is, this guy here, our Egyptian king, we need to take this guy and stick him in a sandblaster and get the rust off double time. Because my goodness, he frustrated me a lot. I mean, his mind was sharp, but he's just needs to get the rust off. But the output, what he was delivering wasn't his usual standards. I mean, my goodness, we should have put that game to bed. We should have scored a whole lot more. With Darwin, I just noticed that he's definitely on a minute diet. They're definitely wrapping him up in wool. I was watching him in practice even the other day, and I mean, I remember I think early in the week he didn't even do the full practice. Then he just got back in the training, a couple of days after and went to full training. But they're definitely watching him because we have so many critical games. He did what he always does. He was pressing great. He was stretching the game. Didn't have as many opportunities as he normally would have, but that's just because of the tactics that Brighton was primarily using. Now, when you do what Brighton did, and where they were doing these short and tight, they was just basically trying to get a mid block going, right? Because that's just their style of game. Because the whole point with that tactic is to defeat the press or neutralize the press, or just break through the press rapidly. But when you do that, though, you give your wingers a lot of joy. Lucho was unbelievable. He should have got more goals too, but he got on the board, and as usual, he was so leggy. 3 quarters in, it's like Klopp. You got to get him off, and sure enough, he came off. Shortly thereafter. But unfortunately, the guy who was supposed to replace him, was supposed to be fresher, quote unquote, looked, well, I'm trying to be nice. The Gakpo, a tired Lucho looked like he was quicker and had more energy than a fresher Gakpo. And Cody just, his confidence needs to improve. He has it in him. He's just a young kid, but he needs to get quicker, and his confidence has to improve. Has to improve soon, especially with new management coming in. It's he's not doing himself any favors there. One who did impress me a lot, whose minutes are starting to creep up, and once again made it through the entire game, well, almost the entire game, was Sabazlai. His pressing, the one time when he pressed him, he was relentless, and he finally went right at the keeper. That caused an error, and that gave us an opportunity. I was like, "Go, Sobo, go!" And I was yelling at everybody, "Man, come on, show some spirit, show some fight!" And these guys have been going full throttle all season, and you can tell there's fatigue setting in. So, but Kwanzaa back here, I was very, very impressed with Kwanzaa and VVD. I mean, these guys were just phenomenal. Kelleher was steady as usual, very, very, very good. Speaking of Kelleher, it was good to see glimpses of Ali and on the side, and even Trent. I was watching the games when the camera would pan, and Trent, you could tell he had fire in his belly, his eyes. He was so intense. He wanted in so bad. So, well, those three guys, being Trent and Jota and Curtis should all be getting minutes, this week. So it's looking very positive. They should be back and then gradually rotate, have the minutes in. Harvey came in, was energetic as always. But who I need to give props to are these two boys right here, Maka and Endo. My goodness, Endo was everywhere, and he always got his customary, quota yellow card where he would just pick the foul. He wanted a foul just to disrupt the game, and he got that. And but it's just the lads stuck in there, and they did what they did, and I was very, very, very proud of them. And as you can see, I'm trying to make a conscious effort here not to have my big head doing this like in the past, where I haven't been quite cognitive of the situation because I just have not been well at all, and these meds really, play with just you feel kind of crummy when you're on meds all the time, and just waiting on the docs, waiting on the insurance, waiting on just stuff to get cleared up. And this week I'm supposed to hopefully see some specialists and hopefully finally get surgery approved and start moving forward. Anyway, so getting back to the game, Kelleher. Kelleher is going to be a major decision point at the end of the season. What are we going to do with Kelleher? What is Kelleher going to do? The guy deserves to be a number one, guys. Let's face it. He's Ali's clone. He's watched Ali. He's learned. And like I said, I was even watching Ali's body language. And you can tell, man, Ali's got the big old thick, burry beard going on. It's just how when he comes back from injury, and he gets end of the season, he gets in that mode where it's just Grizzle Adams. He's just like, man, let's go. And and yeah, he will be back. I know he's raring to get back in, and he's close. He will be back soon. Kanate, obviously, they're watching his minutes as well. Really surprised, France pushed the whole 90 on him. It's like, come on, guys. I mean, everybody knows. I mean, the guys is getting back from injury, and they make him play a full 90. And it's the clubs that are paying the salaries. I mean, I understand the national size. I understand all that, but sometimes you just gotta be a little bit more respectful. And so anyway, but he, I'm sure, will get minutes in the next couple of games. So this one's under the belt, and we move on. I mean, it's just I've been so out of it. I haven't even checked the schedule. I believe we play Southampton next, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me just see. I think it's Wednesday, right? Nope. Really? Thursday? No, it's not Southampton. What am I talking about? It's Sheffield United. Southampton's not even here. This is how out of it I am. So we host Sheffield on April the 4th. So Arsenal and City play on Wednesday, so they would have played a day prior to us. And speaking of which, It's they kind of cancel each other out. So we're back on top and we control everything. What I really wanted was more goals because we have to close that goal difference. We're it's 6 now as it stands, and but we're clear on top. Two from City and 3 from Arsenal. Right? Let me just verify here the tables. Look at the table. Yep, 67, 65, 64. So yeah, that looks good. Virgil, um, I watched this interview with Sky, and he's just been a fabulous captain. But I'm a little bit concerned about his time. He has been playing every single game. I would like to see maybe Kwanzaa and Ibu and Verge get a little more rotation in there. Um, just to give him, I'm a little bit concerned because he's played every minute, like I said. And and when we get some of the games coming up, we should be able to do that. And once the game, I always go one game at a time, but I can't. It's going to be revenge time when we go up to the Manx. And I truly hope we put them to the sword and obliterate them on their own pitch. I am so irritated by these. I don't even. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. I watched Owen in one of his interviews the other day, and I was like, yeah, Owen, whatever. Went to Mac, never a red. I don't know. It's just Owen's just been he was just very PC, wishy-washy. Just it's like, come on, guys, really. And then and one of the back in the States, one of the my least favorite commentator is Steve Warnock, so-called ex-Red. And my goodness, he just irritates me to pieces. He's one of the commentators we get on this side of the pond. And what a weasel. I mean, and today, oh my goodness, today it was all about the refs. It was the refs. It was tyranny, back, being the VAR guy, and then this other guy in the middle. I mean, who is this guy? I mean, it's just. I mean, they called some of the yellow cards. Seriously, those were not yellow cards. It was just pathetic refereeing. I was very pleased to see Endo. He was keeping his form well. I think he's okay. I wish we could do some rotation, but I think he'll be okay. Maka has been taking a beating. I mean, wherever he goes, whenever he plays, he gets fouled so hard. I'm a little concerned, but Curtis will be getting minutes. I mean, like I said, those 3 guys are expected back this week, and Curtis, Jota, and Trent. So they should be getting minutes, and we get some rotation going on there. It was good to see Ryan back. Ryan actually looked better than Cody, to be honest. I mean, it was good to see Ryan back. Just get a couple minutes in there. Up front, Lucho is getting back to being Lucho. It's unfortunate, the drama going on with his dad and the suggestions, but I get that here in South America. It's culturally wise, language wise, whatever. Growing up, they all dream to play in Spain. But it's just like, come on, man. But Lucha lays his heart out on the line for us at Liverpool. His dad just needs to cool it on his comments. Some stuff, you keep it inside the house, son. You keep it inside the house. Don't make your boy look bad on the pitch, with your off-pitch antics, Dad. Come on. We all rooted for you. Just chill out a bit there. Pops, chill out a bit. Darwin, obviously, Diogo also, like I said, he's expected back. He'll be getting minutes this week. And so maybe some rotation time there. And Mo is obviously, he's getting to be more of the wiser, pick your battle kind of guy because he just isn't the Mo a few years ago. He's just gotten a little bit older. He's still lethal, as you can see. I mean, that was a clinical finish. I mean, that move with Sobo, man. Sobo, what a pass. Just bam, straight to Maka. Maka threads it through. Mo does his thing. That was just beautiful. But he was obviously very, very, very rusty. He needs to get that rust out of him. But other than that, all in all, very, very pleased. Brighton's always tricky. We finally beat Brighton under De Zerbi, and so happy for that. Coming up here, let's see, on the 4th, on Thursday, we host Sheffield. We need to put Sheffield to the sword. and just get as many goals to make up the difference on them as possible. I mean, it just needs to be a goal fest. And then Sunday, go to the Manx, put them to the sword, and have another goal fest there. And then just, one game at a time. So the only game we're going to focus on is the fourth, Sheffield at home. Let's get it done, boys. Appreciate you all. Please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, and just help the channel grow. And I have so many plans to be bring a lot of more analysis, a lot of more content for you. From my perspective, it's just, guys, I just have been very, very, very sick, and just very happy just to even get this done. So anyway, love you all, appreciate y'all. You'll never walk alone. Let's go.